Holy cow. That was close. Nobody is hearing it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank UB2Bs, Frank26 UB2Bs. It is the 30th of October, 2024. We are KTFalways.com. I greet you in agape love. Let us start out with our theme song. Please enjoy. You too, little Logan.
I used to be a dinar newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B with a twinkle in his eyes and God by his side. Frank's teachings reach as far and wide. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, think, give this man a cookie. You never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Sit up, be patient, and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie.
Yeah.
Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraq, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. Cause he's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Hey, Tink, I need a cookie.
It's too early.
Come on, Tink, I deserve some cookies.
Maybe we'll see.
Cookies, cookies, cookies. Come on, Tink, give up the cookies.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank26 UB2Bs. Like I said, we are KTFA. It stands for Keep the Faith, always. We're a Christian-based organization. We study the Iraqi dinar, and tonight I've called you in early. For those of you that belong to Premium, you know why. For those of you that belong to Premium, you saw what happened last night. So So we're going to enjoy ourselves tonight, okay? The schedule is as follows. I'm calling us in early because from 5:30 to 6, we're going to look at the articles. They're important. From 6 to 6:20, we have our advertiser with Will and Dr. Rich on Pro Tandem. From 6:20 to 7, I will be giving you Eddie's report. Eddie's report does not even have the next part. Part 3, which I trifurcate our study, I will be bringing you Walking Sticks report. We received a phone call from Aki last night. What was Aki told to do? What was Aki told to do? Leave your home and go to your bank and sit there and wait. Yeah. Aki called us last night and he says, I got something to tell you of why I've been waiting. And tonight, that'll be our part 3. So let's get started. And before we do anything, let us pray. Abba, Heavenly Father, by the blood of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I come to you through the Holy Spirit, straight to your throne room. I know you're right here next to me, and I appreciate that. This world is very tempting to do evil things. It's very easy, God, to think of a bad thing so quickly. It's very, very convenient, God, to lie and to blame others. I'm sorry about my sins, but I'm very grateful for your Son that forgives me for my sins because I have a lot of them. I need a lot of forgiving on a daily basis. And Father, I recognize that. That's the difference between you and I today versus yesterday. I recognize what when I break your heart. It is my intention to please your heart, to put a smile on your face. It is my intention to walk with you, to obey you, to listen to you, to sing with you, to sing to you. It is my need to worship you, to pray to you, to commune with you. And I want very, 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 very much to be able to help your kingdom in any way, shape, or form. Father, Heavenly Father, would you hire me? Are you taking applications? Would you hire me? Can I help your kingdom to come? Can I help that your will would be done exactly as it is up there down here? I'd like to see if I can help. But it also comes with my baggage of sins. So once again, I ask for forgiveness of those sins. And I ask for strength to do the right thing. And I pray for my brothers and sisters. I pray for America. I pray for Israel. I pray for the Palestine people. I pray for peace. I pray for the wars to stop. They never will until your Son comes back. But I pray that they stop. Help me tonight, Father, because tonight is special. Tonight is a special night that I've been waiting for a long time. I thank you, God. And I'm asking also the strength not to put so much emphasis, so much desire, so much need, so much attention to this investment. I find myself in a position where I kind of have to. But I also pray that others who don't have to just don't. I pray that they lean on you, not on this dinar. I pray that they worship you, not this money. I pray for them to be successful and not fail. For I don't think there will be another time like this. Thank you for your mercy and your grace. They took my picture today, Father. They did a PET scan on me, and they only found a cat. I love you too, God. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for my wife that loves me. I don't deserve that. I'm not worthy of it. But I do appreciate it. In the precious name of your Son, Jesus, I pray for those that are with us tonight, that there would be a smile on their faces when we are done with our conference call. In the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, amen. 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 And he's not with us? Okay,
Your voice
dokie.
is so quiet, people are having trouble hearing you.
Yeah, my voice is quiet just for
Prayer.
the prayer. But now that we're going to go ahead and start our study, I'm going to go ahead and get loud once again.
Blew out their ear.
Family, we got a lot to do. This is a special night. What's the title of your UV2V? Huh? Huh? What's the title of your UV2V? Let me see. Lifevantage? No, that's not it. No. What's the title of your UV2V? Come on. What's the title? You tell me. You have no cookies. No, that's not what it says. Somebody, okay, Mr. D, finally. Mr. D says, you have no idea. You have no idea, C.S. Hessman, God's goodness, Mrs. Jeannie, Joe, Chase, Stephanie, Julie. Stop it. I can't keep up with you guys. You have no idea. What? Okay, I'll give you a clue. I just give you one small, tiny little clue, okay? This side, this big, okay, ready? This big. What have we been talking about every time that I've been with you for the last 2 weeks or so? What are these places called? Currency exchange centers, is that right? Yeah. You have no idea, but you will tonight when we're done. Join me as we start our study tonight, and everything that I say to you is strictly in my opinion. Tonight is a blue couch night. Tonight, you sit with me on my blue couch. For those of you that are with me for the last 20 years, you know exactly what that means. For those of you that don't know what it means, don't let it bother you. Just take what we're about to give you to God in prayer. And make sure you understand it. Okay? Okay. We trafficate our study, and this is the first part of our study. Turn to your final. You do belong to ktfalways.com, right? I had a guy one time this morning. I was trying to tell him, I said, yeah, you got to be a member if you want to be part of premium. You got to go to KTF. What did I say? KTFAalways.com. Yeah. KTFAalways.com. And he says, well, it doesn't work. So what do you mean it doesn't work? I got it right here. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? KTFAalways.com? Was that? Oh, no, that's wrong. I'm sorry. I gave him the wrong address. It's KTFalways.com. We just call ourselves KTFA, that's all. But it's KTFalways.com. Poor guy. Anyway, so yeah, you are a member of KTFalways.com, right? Okay, good. So go on in there, and I need for you to go to the FRANK26 Daily Post. That's the thread. You click on it, okay? FRANK26 Daily Post. Good. And when you click on it, it takes you to the next page. And right away, I think it's only the second or the third thread, it says final articles. Final articles. Okay? Now, I'd like for you to go ahead and pick up with me. We're going to start with final article number 4, second to the last page. Second to the last page. Final article number 4,624 says, quote, an advanced step. Now listen carefully. I told Eddie, every word that they're using is heavily calculated. Every word that they're using is heavily weighed. Pay attention to every word that they give you. An advanced step. You know, by any chance you're talking about the hybrid? Of course we are. That's what we talked about last week. Okay, what about this advanced step? Economic praise for the establishment of a union for Iraqi money changers. You have no idea, family. But you will by the end of tonight. these money exchange buildings, by the way, there's hundreds of them inside of Iraq. You know what, you know what the citizens are going to go do, right? You already know that, right? Okay. And there's hundreds of them outside of Iraq. Really? Yeah, there is. Oh, you talking about those private banks like Aki has? Uh-uh. There are exchange centers and there are private banks that represent the CVI all over the world. I didn't know that. You have no idea. So this article says that these money exchange centers are joining a union. What did I say up on top? What's the blue title? The blue title says, "This is what we taught you last night, family, or on Monday night." Thank you. Worthy is the name. Thank you kindly. 1040 equals 1. Was that you? Was that you? I saw that on my form today and I responded. If it was to you, I responded to you then. That's funny. Thank you kindly, by the way. Thank you, sir. In fact, we send him his money tomorrow. Today, we had the long day at the hospital, but they did my PET scan. I laid in the tunnel and I did a PET scan. They found a cat. PET scan. Final article, an advanced step, economic praises for the establishment of a union for the Iraqi money changers, these centers. Wow, they're joining a union. Sudani, yes, Frank. You allowing them to join a union? Yeah, that way I can control them. I never thought of that. Well, you should have, Frank. If they unionize, then they'll have to answer to their union boss. They'll have to answer to me. That's pretty good. What else did you tell the Iraqi citizens? Well, Frank, quote, I told them, this step also comes with a distinguished effort from those in charge of it. I am in charge now, Frank. Isn't Parliament? No. Aren't the politicians? No. Isn't the media? No. What about Iranian thieves? No. Frank, I'm in charge. What's your name again? Sudani. This step also comes with distinguished efforts from those in charge of it, which will bring about a positive shift in the field of money exchange works. Which I expect will contribute more effectively to the financial field? Really? You mean the currency of Iraq? In terms of organization? In terms of management? In terms of the exchange rate stability? Really? And in terms of raising the level of money exchangers' integrity? Oh, you mean because they were thieves? Not anymore, Frank. The integrity of these money exchangers is superior. You want to know why, Frank? I know why. Why, Frank? Because you're in charge, Sudani. You're the boss, and you're unionizing these centers, huh? Yeah. You smart. Yeah. Final article number 4,625. New details regarding the 2025 budget tables. Check them out. Okay, hold on. It says check it out. It actually says check it out. And like, what? No way! What was the title? New detail. I love that word. New details regarding the 2025 budget tables. Check them out. And when you look at this article, it goes on and on and on and on and on. It is a whole list of what the 2025, it is, was it 300 trillion? That's 300 billion? No! It's impossible. Wow! And what do I say up on top? What's the blue title? Wow! This is impossible at a program rate. Yeah. Final article number 4,626. What does the closure of the central bank platform at the end of the year mean? The Association of Banks explains. Did you hear that? Well, okay, let me do it again. Okay. I mean, you know who's in charge. Who's in charge, family, huh? Sudani. Okay. Who owns all the banks now, huh? Oh, Sudani, okay. Who owns all the money exchanging centers now, huh? Sudani's, and he's unionizing them, right? Yeah. Okay. So, okay. What does the closure of the central bank platform at the end of the year mean? You know, I already told you. The auctions are gone. Well, they belong only. Oh, who do they belong to? Look at your notes. What did I tell you on Monday? Who do the auctions belong to now? Huh? Sudani and the GOI. Only they will be able to use them. Not the CBI. Wow. Okay, let me try it again. Okay. What does the closure of the central bank platform, the auctions, at the end of the year mean? What do you mean what it mean? I know what it mean. You know what it mean. You knucklehead. I tell you what, let's just read the blue title. What did I say about this article? It means the monetary reform process and its education has been successful. This is a dream come true. This helps me to sleep well at nights. Everything that I've been trained for. Everything that I've been prepared for. We're seeing it. And when they ask anybody the question, look.
Somebody flipping.
You got any peanuts for that? I'm turning red. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. Oh my, hold on a second, I gotta cool down, hold on. Oh, all that medication they gave me today, it's in my bloodstream, family. It's heavy metal compounds that they have to put in my body to trace what they're looking for, whatever. And I feel the effects of it right now. That's why I'm talking to you very calmly and very quietly today. I don't have the strength that I normally have. I'm sorry. It was a long day at the hospital today. But that just cracked me up. I can't believe that. Somebody says, I missed it. I missed it. What did it say? What did it say? I don't know. Let me see if I can recent. No, it just says the name of the person. So for the article to come out from the guy that owns the CBI now, or I should say, that owns the monetary reform, that owns the auctions, the Prime Minister Sudani, and he says these people are representing Sudani, and who is it? The Association of Banks. The Association of Banks. Are you serious? Everybody knows, Frank. It's no secret. And they're asking the question, what does it mean that that there won't be any more auctions at the end of the year? And what do I say? It means the monetary reform process in education has been successful. It's been successful. It's no secret, is it? We all know exactly what this means. This is amazing. By the way, that phone call, it was, you know very well that it wasn't him. I wouldn't talk to him anyways. It's just people that use trickery on the phone and pretend that someone is calling, but they're not calling. Now, anyway, so this is amazing. This platform, the auctions. You're asking me what does it mean? Well, are you asking me what does it mean to me, or what does it mean to the Iraqi citizens? Well, Frank, in all honesty, what does it mean to the world? It means amazing news that is about to happen in a geopolitical way, in a financial way. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Here, let me see. You guys are called the Association of Banks, and you're asking what does it mean to me? What does it mean to the citizens of Iraq? What does it mean to the world? That the auctions are coming to an end? Here, let me see. What's your report say? Therefore, the platform downtime is not essence of work, but rather a transition. Yeah, yeah. What I call it? What I call it? What was my word? Metamorphosis. But rather a transition. No. But rather a metamorphosis to new work mechanisms. Yeah, we know what all those mechanisms are, right? There will be some changes in the market. There sure have been. But they are temporary because businessmen have to adapt to the new mechanisms that are within international standards. Yeah, it'll be a short. It could be 6 months. It could be a year. I don't know how long the float will occur. But thank you for bringing it up. We have 6 banks that have accounts in the United States banks, which will be able to transfer in dollars, and other banks that will cover other currencies. Family, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say except that is absolutely amazing. For them to pose the question that we have been seeking the answer for forever. And it's the associations of banks around the world. They know very well, don't they? They know what it means to that Sudan, the Prime Minister of Iraq, is now in control of the auctions of their CBI. What's so important about that? Because that's where you see, when the government sells their oil, they get paid in dollars. That's the agreement with America. And then those dollars go into the CBI auction, and they get converted into dinars that goes back to the government to pay their bills. But it wasn't. It was going from the CBI auctions to the hands of the corrupt, profiteering, evil people, the far left of Iraq. Yeah. Next article. Final article number 4,627. Monetary policy rates and reactivation of securities. Every article is obvious. Every article is blatant. Every article is true. Every article is so loud on the monetary reform. Monetary policy. We defined it on Monday. I called it what? Let me see. Monetary policy will be inside of the monetary plan. There it is. 2 days later. Monetary policy rate and reactivation of securities. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Can you just say a little bit more? Well, Frank, based on the monetary policy orientations to enhance access to targeted inflation rates in a manner that does not conflict with the expected economic growth rates and is consistent with the policy of developing deposits and increasing credit ratios, aimed at targeting projects relying on following the approach based on data obtained from the banking sector. Now, you may say, that was a word salad. I have no idea what you just said, Frank. Yeah, well, you should. Final article number 4,628. Officially, Parliament elects its speaker tomorrow. You know what I got to say about that? I don't care. You think Sudani cares? Parliament? You really think Sudani cares? Look, if you don't select a speaker, he automatically puts one in, so don't worry about it. He's the speaker right now. Oh, you don't like it. Do you hate Sudani? Do you hate him? Is he a Nazi to you? Mirror images. Final article number 4,628. Officially, Parliament elects its speaker tomorrow. And what do I say? We don't need a speaker. Sudani speaks for the people. Hoorah. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. Final article number 4,629. Qasem Saddam seized 900 million and loaded it in trucks in 2003. Central bank governor is saying. What do I say up on top? The central bank auctions only belong now to Sudani and the GOI. What are you trying to say with this article? Well, back a long time ago, Saddam, Frank, come on, come on, Frank, look at the files. Look at here. This is it was 2003. Now there's one of our boys. There's a soldier right there. He's he's sitting on? Are those bricks? They're gold bricks. That's gold. Wow, it's a big tunnel. That's a big tunnel. What's he doing? Huh? Guarding the gold? Oh, that's the gold that Saddam stole. I've seen many of those pictures. So what happened to that money? No kidding. It was loaded into trucks in 2003 in the Central Bank of Governor, and then they did this and they did this and they did this. Wow. You guys have so much money. This article goes into the body and it says the following. We have an additional mission. We have to introduce all tools, systems, entities, which is what they're doing, that we have failed to catch up with the world, during the previous decades. Yeah. And therefore, there is a race against time. Whoa, I agree. To move towards the digital economy and advanced payment systems, as we have licensed 16 companies for electronic payments, and we are currently working on licensing digital banks in addition to achieving advanced stages in establishing a national company for managing payments, and the central bank will be a partner in it to enhance it with sufficient support. Why didn't you do this before in the last 2 decades? Because we've been in a program rate, Frank. You're still in a program rate. Says who? Oh, I'm sorry. And is that it? No, hold on, let me hit refresh. I don't know. Let me hit refresh. It looks like that was the end. I think there might be one more page. No, that's it. All right, family. So those are your articles. And if you notice, holy cow, they were loaded, weren't they? Now you can see the numbers are starting to drop because they know we're going to bring in our advertiser. So be it, but they have no idea when I'm going to finish with the advertiser. So in the meantime, let's go ahead. Are they here? All righty. Let's go ahead and prepare our hearts and souls and our minds and the desire to learn. The desire to learn on how to live a healthier and better life. I know that. I know that desire because for the last 4 years, I didn't think I was going to have life. I remember in the hospital when cancer came back a second time, it spread all over my body. I was looking out the window. I was looking at the clouds and I was wondering, what's it going to be like to leave this body and to float in those clouds? All I know is that God brought me some good people, good doctors, the support of my family, of my wife. And he also brought me products that were so helpful, so useful. And I'm extremely proud to tell you, I took it, I take it, and I shall take it forever. Will, the floor is yours, 20 minutes.
Amen, brother. Amen. We're just so happy you're still with us.
Thank you.
We worked hard. We worked hard and we prayed a lot.
Yes, sir, you did. And I have.
Listen, Frank, I got word today that this is the biggest product launch in Lifevantage history. In 20 years, there's never been a bigger launch. Never.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It is. Everybody's getting it. Go right ahead.
Absolutely crazy. And the thing of it is, even though, and here, I want you to listen to this, family, it's very important. Even though the product is on back order until mid-December, the people who order today and tomorrow, they get first priority when the product hits again. And I've already told my compatriots and the folks I work with, I said, we're going to run out in December. We're going to run out again in December because when they start filling those back orders, we're going to run out again because we have sold so much. And that it's going to happen. So here's the thing. If you're thinking about getting it, if you think you want it, please get it quick. Please get it now so that you can be first in line, okay? Get your pencil and your paper ready. I'm going to give you some information on how you can get this and how you can contact me and Dr. Rich in just a few minutes after Dr. Rich completes his little talk here. So get ready for that, okay? All right. Now, Dr. Rich. Yes, sir. Tell us why activation is so important. Let's cover that for a few minutes first, okay?
Well, when we get older, our genes and our cells and our DNA, they get worn out and they don't function like they did when we were 5 and 10 and 15 years of age. And basically, in generic terms, we start to suffer at age 30 from something called oxidative stress, which is like rust on your car or anything else that's out there. It's a bad thing. But oxidation, if you're breathing and running and exercising, you're oxidizing. It's part of life, but you've got to deal with that. But there's no medication that can deal with that and reverse the increasing levels of oxidative stress and the decreasing levels of mitochondria, the decreasing levels of sirtuins, the anti-aging genes, etc. Well, I'll tell you, when you were talking about the company ran out, this is incomprehensible. Lifevantage ordered what they thought was a 5-month supply. 5 months. And stock was completely gone in 9 days. A 5-month supply gone in 9 days. Now, there was pre-information put out there and people did their homework. And I just want to share with you something that somebody said to me this week on the phone. What a beautiful lady this person was. And she said to me, Dr. Rich, she said, I'm tired of not feeling good. I'm tired of trying to hide my body and I'm tired of going to the restaurant and trying to eat like a bird. And I'm tired of being fat. That's what she said to me. She said, I'm fat, I'm unhealthy because of it. She said, I have diabetes. And she said, all of my friends are fat. And she said, and some of them are taking the drugs from the doctor, and some have experienced side effects, some have quit, they don't like it, etc., etc. They know that this is out there. They know that I have it. They know that I'm taking it. And when she said to me, she said, when I lose my weight, and she said, I need to, I can't do this anymore. She said, they're all going to want it. She said, some of them want it now. So think about that. I don't know about your state, but I live in West Virginia, and obesity is rampant, and diabetes is epidemic in the state of West Virginia. So, it's out there. Millions and tens of millions of people are suffering from obesity and diabetes, which also relates to heart disease and kidney disease and lack of energy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's lots of other issues involved. So this is something that's needed. And there's no needles. There's no side effects. And Will, I'll tell you what, if you haven't taken it yet, I just want to lose 10 pounds, and I was real heavy when I was young, like in junior high. And when I went to 10th grade, I lost 35 pounds, and nobody knew me. It was kind of cool, but I was tired of getting picked on. I was tired of that. And I thought the only way I'm going to stop this abuse and this bullying and these people picking on me is if I lose my weight. So I did it. I ate once a day. I exercised. I drank lots of water. I didn't eat any sweets. I didn't eat after supper. And I lost 35 pounds. I felt incredible. Okay, so in high school I was 130. I'm 150 now. I've since lost 2.5 pounds, 3/4 of an inch off my waist in 5 days.
Good for you.
Easy, but the shake that we drink twice a day, could be 4 times a day, It's delicious. It's like a vanilla milkshake. I can't wait to drink it. So to answer your
Smells
question,
good.
this is
You got
needed.
it, babe?
People want this. Not just a few people. The masses of our country. Well, listen, let me say, they have no hope. They're doing the medical approach or trying to do it on their own, and it's not working. And we have something that is working. It increases the GLP-1, which is glucagon peptide. It is glucagon-like peptide 1. That's what GLP-1 stands for. And so, Will, to answer your question, when we turn 30 and older, that GLP-1 is created in our gut, and people abuse the digestive system, and it's not produced as much, and it typically and characteristically, medically, it diminishes at age 30, so people start to gain weight, and they can't regulate their glucose, and the rest is history. So we have something that increases what is necessary to, and it only targets the fat. There's no muscle loss, like with the drugs that are out there that are similar to this, with all the side effects. They lose muscle mass. That doesn't happen with this. So people are looking for it. The results are starting to come in. And what are some of the results? Some people are losing, it's early, but a few pounds. I've lost 3/4 of an inch in 5 days off my waist. Their glucose levels and A1C levels are starting to trend downward, okay? And their cravings, their food cravings are diminishing. And when people are telling me they drink the shake, I mean, it's like a meal replacement. I mean, it's very nutritious. There are tons of nutrients in that shake with the fiber. Okay, I put it in milk, and it's like a meal. But here's the interesting thing for me, Will. I eat good. I eat right according to my blood type. I'm very serious about that. I don't gain weight. I don't lose any. I've stayed at 150 all this time. All of a sudden, I lost 2.5 pounds. That's interesting. I want to lose 6.5 more. And I will. I'm just going to continue doing it. But I know my portions, what I eat when meals are prepared or we go out. And I take that portion and put it on my plate, and now I can only eat like half of it. Because if I finish it, I'm going to be so full I can't stand it. But that's one thing. I cannot stand to feel overly stuffed. Oh, that makes a terrible feeling. I hate it, okay? And that's something that I have noticed. So I'm eating less, and I'm not eating as often because I'm not hungry. So others are telling me the same thing. So if you're out there, folks, and you want to lose weight, and I'm going to tell you, it seems to be working even more effectively for those patients of mine that I've consulted with that are already eating right for their blood type, because that will also cause a person to lose weight, but it won't increase their GLP-1 levels. Those that are doing both, they're getting results quickly, and that's what they want. And they're calling me, telling me, I have this person and this person and this person, and they all want it. And I had to tell them the same thing you did. Get in line. Get in the queue. It's something that wasn't expected. The company will work it out. At some point, they'll have enough for how many ever orders for this come in. But it's happened that way, Will, because people are desperate. They feel hopeless relative to their weight and their diabetes, and they're being treated for it, but it's not working. This is. So if you want me to explain it briefly, I will. It's a complex process, but I can make it very easy.
Let me cover a couple of things first. I get questions concerning this every day. Number one question is, does it work? Yes, it works. I know a guy out in
does.
Utah. Before it was ever released, he was one of the test subjects. He used it for 2 weeks. He didn't even use it properly. He only took half the product. There's 2 parts to the program. He only used one part of the program, and he lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. So yeah, it works. Next question is, what do I have to change? Oh my gosh, what do I have to change about myself in order for this to work for me? The gentleman I'm telling you about told me he didn't change anything. As a matter of fact, he said the product changed me. And I think that's something that we're all looking for. The product changed me. I didn't have to change myself. And you were talking about obesity a moment ago. If anyone were to look at me in my 6'4" frame, they would never suspect that I'm obese. But I weigh 246 pounds.
Damn.
And when I run my mass body index, BMI, whatever that, it comes back as, hey, Will's obese. So here, folks, let me tell you, if you have a weight problem and you run your BMI and it says you're obese, you can believe it. Because 85% of America right now is obese. We really are. 85%. And listen to this. Our food industry has they've committed treason on us. They're killing us. And they don't care.
Well put.
They just want to sell Oreos. They just want to sell pizza. They just want to sell macaroni and cheese.
Cookie?
They want to sell it and sell it and sell it and sell it and sell it again.
You said Oreos?
And they don't care if you die. They just want you to eat it.
That's true.
So they can make some money. I mean, you
And a lot
guys,
of those products are designed to make you want that product more.
I was just going to say, most of the family is educated enough. I think Frank's probably covered this in the past. Educated enough to know that the food industry here in America, the major corporations that own food companies, are all tobacco companies. They used to sell cigarettes. But when they figured out, hey, the government's going to take all of our money away and shut us down over the next 50 years, and we won't have anything to sell, they started buying food companies. Well, what did they do? They took their scientists who were used to making their cigarettes addictive, and they said, okay, we're switching, and we're going to make this food addictive now, so that we can continue selling it on a massive, massive scale over the next 50 years, because cigarettes are going the way of the dodo bird. And that's where they really did us in. And so if you're looking for a solution, like I said at the beginning of this call, there's never been a product that launched as quickly as this product in the 20 years of our company. Because like Dr. Rich said, people are looking for solutions. If you're looking for a solution, get on board with this fast, okay? Go ahead, Dr. Rich. Explain this GLP-1 to us.
Okay, well, and also, folks, start reading labels when you go to the grocery store. If on the label your product, whatever you're buying, says this within this product, let's like potato chips. Let's say you went and bought potato chips. It's really bad there. It'll say this product contains a bioengineered food. Don't buy it. Find one that doesn't. Okay, so Will, this was something new. I had to start studying. So I went to my pharmacy buddy, and he's retired, but he's the best of the best as far as pharmacists. He tells it like it is. And he said to me, I got your links about this, and I know what's coming out, and he said, and I did the research, and he said, Rich, he said, my God, he said, no needles, no side effects. He said, Rich, there are 2 side effects for women that are irreversible relative to one of the, Ozempic He said, and there's lawsuits, and he said, he said, Rich, he said, you're not going to hear about that. He said, but, he said, this is incredible. This is a pharmacist, okay? He said, no needles, no side effects. He said, works quickly. He said, proven to do what it's supposed to do and help people with two issues that are rampant, losing weight and reducing their glucose and their A1C levels. So you know, and so I said, okay. I'll say his name is John. It's not. I said, John, I said, sit down with me. Let's go have lunch. And I said, I took a notepad with me, and I said, teach me real quick. So here's what he taught me. Okay, so he said to me, he said, when you eat, he said, chemical messengers, which are hormones, send messages to the brain that are telling your digestive system what to do next. He said, one of those hormones is GLP-1. And its job is to tell the pancreas to produce insulin to balance your blood sugar levels. And another responsibility of GLP-1 is to slow down the rate at which you are digesting your food. So both processes will signal the brain that you are full, that you no longer need to eat. And I'm experiencing that. I can only eat so much. If I eat more, it's futile. I don't need to eat more, and I'm miserable if I do. So your cravings are satisfied. That's huge, because people would tell me, Dr. Rich, I eat my meal, and 20 minutes or a half hour later, I'm hungry again, and I'm eating again. I can't turn off the hunger signals. Well, this does. So now, when we age, due to environmental stress and poor diet and dehydration, these things will interfere with the production of this very important hormone called GLP-1. And when GLP-1 production is not optimal, your metabolism slows down and you tend to eat more. Your brain isn't getting the message that you are full, so you eat more and more and more. And what comes next? Uncontrolled cravings, weight gain, and other concerns like kidney disease and heart disease and just lethargy, no energy, etc., etc., etc. The solution, if you take the MB core and activate the GLP-1 and then drink the shakes during the day, that increases the GLP-1 even more, and I'll explain that in just a second. So you make what your body needs to be healthy, to increase your metabolism, to regulate your glucose and your A1C, to help with the heart, the liver, and the kidneys to keep them optimally healthy. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen any other way unless you're really young. This is incredible. It's just incredible. It's another activation of a production of a hormone and minimizing GPP4, which destroys GLP-1. That's minimized by 38%. So we have two synergistic formulas to help the body make GLP-1. And all the clinical trials, Will and Frank and family, the research concluded that by taking the MB core, it's 2 capsules, half hour before you eat in the morning, and MB Enhance, you increase your GLP-1 production by 140%. And my pharmacist buddy went nuts over this. He said, Rich, he said, the drugs don't do this. They don't come close to those benchmarks. He said, this is incredible. And I forgot to tell you this. He said, I have a laundry list of people that need this. He said, how can I get it to them? So he enrolled as a consultant, and he is now calling these people one person at a time. He said, look, I'm not trying to sell you something. I know what your problems are. I've been your pharmacist for years, and you've taken the same things over and over and over and over and over again and didn't get any better. He said, I have a solution for you. So he is having a great time. He's taking it himself. So
Great place to end. Great place to end, because we're out of time. I got 30 seconds to give out this number and email.
Take your time.
Hi.
It's okay.
We are excited, folks. Can you tell?
it's
Okay.
a huge breakthrough.
If you want more, if you want more information about this product, or if you want to talk to Dr. Rich, whatever, if you want anything at all, call this number, 910-690-6008. You can call or text, say, I'm with Frank, and we'll send you the information, okay? If you want to talk to Dr. Rich, he consults free of charge. It's his mission on earth. He's in his 70s, guys, and he's still doing this, and he's helping a lot of people. Okay, the email address, if you prefer to email, you can email at alwayssaving77@gmail.com. Alwayssaving77@gmail.com. And remember this, if you're thinking about getting it, go ahead and do it. Get in the front of the line. You will not regret it come December. All right? So in December,
I need 30 seconds.
well, hang on. In December, you're going to be thinking to yourself, oh my God, I ate too much sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. Oh, I'm going to lose some weight. And you can remember, I ordered it back in October. It's on the way.
Oh.
It should be here a few days after Christmas.
That's a good point.
Go ahead, Dr. Rich. Finish it up.
There were 2 in vitro studies. One was people took just the MB core and the MB enhanced, and they got results. It worked, okay? But they were all over 30. So, and then there were people who took NRF2 and activated their cells and increased their gene expression, all the cells from head to toe, including the cells in the digestive system. Those people got results 21% more efficient than those who just took the MB core and the MB enhanced. So that's the key. You've got to.
They're going to know all about that. They're going to know all about that. I'm going to educate them on the NRF2 plus the GLP. You best believe.
That is the killer combination. It will work. They'll get the results, and if they eat right according to their blood type and drink water and make sure the bowel movements are good, they are going to reach their goal, and they're going to be healthier than they have ever been in their life.
Bye, Frank.
Hey, gentlemen, I wanted to tell you that this product is working. My wife, you're on your going on your 3rd week here. I saw her walking down the hallway, and she turned, and I said, "Where'd you go?" she's. I tell you, it is interesting what this product is doing. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm going to have to buy her a whole new wardrobe when this is over with, but that's fine.
There you go. You go, Tank.
One of the things about being obese is that it kills you. It kills you. If you you see, when you eat food, your body has to metabolize it. In other words, it has to convert it into a form where your body will absorb the nutritions. Correct?
Yep.
But unfortunately, yeah, we don't eat properly. We don't eat the right times of the day. We eat our potato chips at 11 o'clock at night on the couch watching the TV. Don't get enough exercise. I played a game with my wife last week, and where were we? We were at a mall shopping, and I said, let's look at everybody that walks by us. Count how many skinny people we see. Family, not even one hand was enough to count skinny people. Everybody was overweight. Little children walking around obese. Now, when you eat food, the body has to metabolize that food so that you can absorb it. But that metabolism kills you. No, Frank. I just ate food. It's giving me life. It's giving me energy. Yeah, at that moment. But in the long journey, in your 80 years of lifespan, it kills you from the moment you're born all the way through. What are you talking about, Frank? When you eat, you have to kick in the furnace of your body. You have to bring in a lot of stuff that your body has in order to metabolize it. It's aging you. It's using your cells. It's using your hormones. It's using your cardiovascular system. It's using the digestive system. When you metabolize food, it takes a lot of work, a lot of energy. Protandim reduces 35% of the oxidative stress of the body. This product will help you to lose weight. Product will help you to lose weight because of what you heard the doctor just tell you. These evil companies, and and as it makes sense, they're coming from the cigarette companies. They figured out a way to hook you. Nicotine. Oh my goodness, they got you. And now they put these things in food to trigger the brain to say, I'm hungry. You're not hungry. I am hungry. No, you're artificially hungry because some evil company decided to put something in your body to think that you're hungry. So you sit there and you eat garbage, your French fries, your cookies.
Yep.
And then
Over and over and over.
over and over, and it just piles up. The next day, do you remove it? Do you remove your waste? I didn't really get to go to the bathroom. Do you eat fiber? Do you eat good stuff? Well, I haven't really. Oh boy, every day that stuff that you eat just piles up more and more and more and more. Well, of course your belly is going to extend. You didn't get rid of it. And on top of it, it's storing inside of you. It's going to putrefy. Yeah, I want my food to be in me. I want my food to be in me, absorbed, and get out of there. And give me some.
Amen.
And give me some more fresh
Frank.
food. Yes, sir.
Frank, let me just say one more thing
Yes.
that we didn't
Yes,
cover.
it's okay.
If you guys know of anybody that's taking Ozempic, give them my number, because this is the natural form of Ozempic. There are no side effects, none.
No.
There are no shots, none. The price on it is like a tenth of what Ozempic is. And Ozempic has a lot of lawsuits against them right now.
Yeah.
But they sold a lot of product. They made a lot of money. They don't mind paying a little bit of a $3 billion fine. They don't mind it because they made $100 billion on the product.
Yeah.
And I won't tell you what the side effects are, and it's for women that are irreversible. But if someone calls me, I will share it. Oh God,
The ladies are going to hate it.
Well, it's frightening because what did I just say? Metabolism.
They're evil.
Metabolism, the act of eating, ages you. Look, have you ever seen a 500-pound 90-year-old man? Have you ever seen a 300-pound 90-year-old man? Have you ever seen a 250? You don't. You don't carry this weight into into a long, healthy life. This diet that we're eating and being overweight, shoot, you're using your insulin. You're using your cardiovascular system. You're breaking everything down. Of course you're dying. And what's also ironic is when we breathe, we're killing ourselves. What are you talking about, Frank? Why do you think we sell you Protandim? When you breathe air, you know how corrosive oxygen is? Look it up. Oxygen is categorized as a drug. I'm a respiratory therapist. I know what I'm talking about. You believe that? Why? Because it causes oxidation. What does that mean? Like rust. Oh, you mean it's going to rust me inside? Yeah. But I need the oxygen to live on. Yeah, isn't that ironic? So the less you eat, the less you use oxygen to digest your food, and the less you get older, and the less you gain all this weight. There's so much to teach you and so much to talk about. Gentlemen, you did a wonderful, masterful job. Organic versus natural. It's okay, isn't it, Doctor, to take Protandim, NRF1, and the Synergizer along with this program, correct?
Yes, Frank, it's very simple to do. When a person, I always tell people when they call me and they say, how do I do this? Say, determine when you're going to eat your breakfast. And I always say, let's say hypothetically you're going to eat your breakfast at 9 o'clock. And I tell them that the protocol says to take the 2 MB core 30 minutes before. I say 35. So if you're going to eat at 9 o'clock, take your 2 MB core at 8:35 and then eat your breakfast.
Yeah.
And then eat at 9 o'clock. Okay?
Good.
And after you're done with your breakfast, take your nutrigenomic protocol. NRF1, NRF2, NAD, Omega Plus, whatever it is that you're taking, take it after that. And then an hour after that, you can start drinking between the shakes. And I'll tell you what, I drink them right now. For 7 days, you only take 1 scoop. But then you want to get to 2 scoops twice a day as soon as possible. I look forward to that treat of drinking that. It is like a delicious dessert, milkshake, whatever, that is so good for me. But I tell you, Frank, it's easy. That's the thing. It's easy. It's inexpensive. There are no side effects. The clinical trials have been completed. It's effective, and it is helping people to overcome 2 problems that tens of millions of people are struggling with: obesity and diabetes and heart disease and kidney disease and liver disease, etc. This is the most exciting launch of a new medical formulation that I've ever experienced in my 40-year career.
I want to thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Don't forget, family, you can call me, 419-283-2552. You can call Will. Will, give out your phone number again, please.
910-690-6008. And the email address, as some of you already know, you're emailing me right now, is alwaysaving77@gmail.com.
Thank God. Family, what is the title of your UV tonight? You have no idea. And that's because I'm talking about the currency exchange centers. You have no idea what I'm going to tell you tonight about them. And in the same manner about your diet and what the companies sell you. You have no idea until you fall apart. Let me give you one quick example, and then we have to say goodbye. Do you use toothpaste to brush your teeth? Good. I want I want you to take your toothpaste and turn it around. Look at the very, very bottom. You'll see this little square. Some of the toothpaste have a green little square. Some of the toothpaste have a red little square. Some of them have a black square. What does that mean? Well, you have no idea, do you? But some people do have an idea of what that is. If you have a toothbrush with that little square at the bottom that says that is green, it's because the toothpaste is made out of natural products. If yours has a red little square at the bottom of the toothpaste, it's half chemicals and half natural. If it's black, it's all chemicals. Knowledge is powerful, and we have given you some powerful knowledge tonight about your health. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you again when we bring you back on.
Bless you, Frank.
All righty, bye-bye. All righty, family. That was the first part. We trifurcate our study. The first part was the articles. And the second part is the advertisement we just did. And for those of you that belong to Premium, you received our schedule. And you saw what happened last night in Premium. And we're going to get to that eventually when I get to the third part of our trifurcated study. Now, family, the second part of our study, which all of this is in my opinion, is for me to share with you what happened with Eddie. Now, I was with you on Monday, so there's no need to talk about Monday. I'm going to read to you yesterday and today our communications with each other, okay? All right, here we go. Good morning, Mr. Frank. Television is saying that Sudani and Chalet are telling Iraqi citizens that our relationship with America needs and will turn to economic, and we will fade away from a military relationship. You think? Television says Qatar acquires 50% of all solar energy projects inside of Iraq. Wow. Way to go, Qatar. I told you that the Iraqi dinar, in my opinion, is the linchpin. Once you pull that pin, everybody, especially around the Middle East, is going to be greatly affected, but in a wonderful, positive, constructive, and profitable way. 50% of all the solar energy projects inside of Iraq, Qatar, I'm calling you. Mr. Frank, and then he starts to give me reports from the people that we have our bank relationships in Iraq, and he says, Mr. Frank, me says, oh, Mr. not me, Mr. Frank, Mr. Sammy said, all branch bank managers have gone through and now completed international service standards in banking reforms as of yesterday morning. Why? Because of the float. We have to have a new exchange rate if you're going to float. Yeah. Alak met with the Integrity Committee and discussed about corruption and basically said to us on TV, per orders from Sudani, listen carefully, per orders from Sudani, he is telling Iraqi citizens, if you find anyone who is obstructing the monetary reform, who is obstructing the citizens from reaching their constitutional rights, mirror image, will be prosecuted from now on. Okay, so Sudani's telling Iraqi citizens, if anybody is not letting you reach your constitutional rights, let me know. I'll bust them. Okay? Okay. Hey, Sudani, what's up? He says that you're not going to give us purchasing power. Who said that? He did. Busted. And that theme might be a little militant, might be a little frightening to some people, but me, with my background, I love it. I love it. Kick some ass, Sudani, because they've been kicking your asses for forever. So you told the citizens, you see anybody out there messing around with what I'm about to give you, you let me know, because I will prosecute them right away. Then he says, here, you talk about security and stability for a new exchange rate and a new currency, huh? You talk about it because they've done it. My goodness gracious. Anybody that's from reaching their constitutional rights will be prosecuted. So Parliament members, Mr. Frank, who kept delaying the laws, who bank accounts did not match their pay schedule, all those bad guys that were stealing from us, they will come to justice and they will be prosecuted. So tomorrow, Parliament is saying we will vote in 4 laws, and on Thursday, the Speaker, yeah, you better believe they're going to move. So Sudani comes out, this was yesterday, and he tells the citizens, hey, I like you help me, okay? What? Turn these suckers in. Okay, we can do that. We know who they are. You want a map of them? I can show you a roadmap of all these guys. They've been stealing from us. They come to our business, man, like mafia style. They come to our home. Oh. All right. Come to justice. And did I show it to you? Be prosecuted. So tomorrow, Parliament is saying that they will vote on the 4 important laws. And on Thursday, the Speaker of the House will be now passed. Sudani, and then Mr. Frank Sudani says after that, if anyone continues willfully delaying citizens, they will be arrested and held liable and held liable to the highest offense. Television saying we are losing billions daily due to oil not running. But you see, that's not the case anymore. This was the problem. This was the problem. The auctions were the problem, but not anymore. And now they're being busted. They're being turned into Sudani. Woo! It's kind of like the Iron Dome. You can send in as many missiles as you want to kill, but we'll blow them all up before they even land on the ground. You can tell my citizens that I'm not going to give them purchasing power, but they already know I'm going to. And they're going to tell me that you said that. How many laws does he want? 4? We'll give you 8. Okay? You want to speak of the house? I'll get you speak of the house, okay? I do. Sudani don't care. And he tells the Iraqi citizens, we're losing billions on a daily basis because of these idiots. So I want you to help me, okay? You know what I'm going to do for you? You want it, right? Yeah, I told you this year. I know they told you it'll never come. And then they changed their tune, didn't they? And what did they say? Next year. Maybe next year. No. Okay. We are losing billions daily due to the oil not running into the pipelines into Turkey. And that is basically because we need a rate for the HCL and the real effective exchange rate. So you see, Eddie knows. Eddie understands. All we're waiting for is that new exchange rate. And I told him, yes, that's right, Eddie. Yes, they do. That's all they're waiting for. Yesterday, second report, 7 in the morning. Television today is saying that South Korea is deploying advanced air defense systems to Iraq. Well, when you look at what North Korea is doing with Russia, okay. Mr. Frank Chalet's on television now saying that Iraq private sector is about to catch up economically with the international sector. It just don't get no better. It don't get no better than that. We think that he is preparing us so that the currency will float because they've told us everything about our bank accounts, digitization, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to read the rest of it. Okay. I see it. So, Chalet's on TV saying that the Iraqi sector is about to catch up economically with the international sector, to which then I respond to him, not at a program rate. Not at a program rate. A person would have to be a moron to think that Iraqi's economy is actually about to explode with a punished, sanctioned program rate to their currency. As I tell you, Eddie, listen carefully to every word. Listen carefully to every word, because every word is heavily calculated, heavily measured. Every word that they give you, because every word is calculated for the monetary reform education to you. And so far, in my opinion, it is being successful and very well done. And like I told you, I'm not looking at next year. I'm looking at this year. And I have noticed Mr. Sammy is also changing his opinion. Then he tells me, after I said that to him, he said, well, Mr. Sammy wants you to know something, Frank. Mr. Sammy said that the television post about us moving more to the economic partnership and further away from military is a key. He wants you to pay close attention to this, Mr. Frank, because trade agreements between countries, listen carefully, because trade agreements between countries can affect their exchange rates. You must have a balance in trade agreements with countries to little or more imports than exports, because it can affect the exchange rate of each country. That's why Iraq has already worked out agreements. Listen carefully. Those contracts re-signed. That's why Iraq has already worked out agreements with the WTO countries. We also now have why? Well, hold on a second. Many things that we need for the monetary reform are now ready to go. We even have a bridged. We have a bridge connection with the SWIFT system, which means that we can deal with other currencies outside of our borders without relying on the dollar. We are loaded, we are primed, and we are ready to go. Sudani is putting us in this position. Next report from yesterday. Then a CBI representative comes out. And these things that I'm sharing with you, you don't see in articles. That's why we cover the articles first. And then I give you this so you can fill in the gaps. Central Bank of Iraq representative is on television. He came out talking again about the Central Bank of Iraq control of the declination. Chan, is that you see that word?
Declination, like decline.
Yeah, declination.
Declination.
That's what threw me off. I don't think I've ever seen that word.
I don't know either.
I don't know if it even exists. CBI rep on TV earlier talking again about CBI that has control of the declination of funds entering and exiting Iraq. This is in response to Iraq remaining individuals about money laundering and corruption. It is amazing what Sudani is doing, Mr. Frank. You once told us that the CBI floor had to be spotless and to the point where we could eat off of it. We are really eating now. I say, oh my goodness, Eddie, this last report of yours is extremely impressive. I didn't know that you were an economic expert. I didn't know that you were an economic expert. What you just shared with me is 100% correct. It is spot on. It was well put together. It's well said, Eddie. I'm very proud of you. And by the way, this monetary reform education is so exciting right now, isn't it? And then he says to me, hey, Frank, what? That was from Mr. Sammy. Oh, Eddie sent that from Mr. Sammy. He's holding out on us, Frank. Yeah, I guess Sammy must have given that to him, and he just now given it to us because of what I said to him. Anyways, I said laughing out loud. Now I understand. But to be honest with you, Eddie is very sharp. He knows a few things. He knows a few things. Yes, sir, he does. But he desperately wants that Kentucky Fried Chicken. Eddie says that the television is talking about the steady decline of the dollar and how Iraq is balancing its economy. Boom! Yeah, because all of this talk, all of this that I'm saying is nowhere at all related to a program rate. None. This is related to a second set of books, a hybrid. Television saying, Sudani and Chalet saying, our relationship with America needs and will turn to economic and away from... Oh, shoot, this thing threw up on me. God bless America. Where did I leave off, family? Yesterday, right? Korea, we read that. Yesterday I was...
The declination.
That Kentucky Fried Chicken. Boom. Okay, so I'll reread it. Eddie says the television is talking about the steady decline of the dollar and Iraq is balancing its economy. Boom. That dollar keeps dropping. This is just fantastic news for our monetary reform, Mr. Frank. We are so close. Eddie says they talked again about the deletion of the zero projects on the television today. That's all they talk about. In fact, here, I'll show you that. So then I said to him, well, here, I'll show it. First, let me read it. I said, the monetary reform education is very loud, and it's coming to you at an increased speed. So much is being thrown at you to prepare you. Once again, I strongly feel this year, not next year. Now, I don't want to exaggerate, but it's almost to the point that every day they are explaining to you, Iraqi citizens, why they are lifting the 3 zeros to give you purchasing power to your currency. This is a dream come true. This is the perfect dream. Every day, family. Every day. They are so, so close. Like our elections, we're down to what, 5 days? These 5 days will be concentrated with so many concluding thoughts. These remaining days of 2024 are so concentrated on the monetary reform policy. He says, yes, can I get a bag of garbage? I'd like to take it to the White House. You like that? I thought you would. Television is saying now that the currency auctions were a mistake. What? Television is saying now that the currency auctions were a mistake and the dinar should be linked to a basket of currencies. What? They on TV right now, Mr. Frank. They saying to us citizens, that's what's going on. And they tell us how the dinar will be linked to a basket of currencies. Oh my. They say, it's the best thing for our economy. You have no idea, family, do you? No, you don't. And I am grateful to our teams. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to be in your presence, to share all of this with you. When he says to me that they're telling them that daily, constantly, I mean, it won't stop. I said, laughing, now this monetary reform education is off the hook, isn't it, man? This is crazy. This is just crazy. Then he says, hi, Maria. Thank you, Maria Miller. Anybody that wants to help us tomorrow, we send Walking Stick his money. We sincerely appreciate you. We need to help. Yeah, thank you if you can help. Iraq exchange speculator. Okay, Iraqi exchange speculators on the news. Speculators. They say this is great because they're taking great steps. Sudani is telling us on the television with finance minister and saying to go after the speculators. So this part right here is the article that you read where Sudani basically told the Iraqi citizens, help me. Howard Crockett, are you from England? I think you're from England, aren't you? Yeah, I think you're from over there. Oh yeah, how are you, Howard Crockett, my dear brother? Thank you, sir. Isn't this interesting, family? I mean, we saw the article, okay, and they're talking about speculators. I mean, every time I said, Parliament, every time I said Parliament, what did I do? Right? And here, same thing. Iraq exchange speculators. In other words, those that don't believe in what I'm doing. Sudani's taking care of them. And this is taking great steps. This is really great steps for us, yeah. Sudani is on television, and he says, with his finance minister, saying, go after all these speculators. Get them for me. Okay. Then I respond to him and I say, Eddie, it's been an amazing day for me. I would like to share something with you. In my opinion, and when I get to the third part of our conference call tonight, I will share that part with you. Let me finish our team's report. And now we walk And now we walk into today. Parliament deputies have added a paragraph to the general amnesty law. They are desperate, Mr. Frank. They know the Sudanese is coming after them if they don't get on the ball. The general amnesty law, and it is for the corrupt. You see, Sudani is saying if they return the part of their charge, basically, Sudani is saying to these thieves and to us, if you have stolen public money, but if you return it, what you have taken, what you have taken, then okay, we can work something out. And he says, Mr. Frank, they're trying to escape. They're trying have a scapegoat. Yeah, trying to have an scapegoat, and it's them that have been stealing. And now that Sudani has said publicly, go after any of those who steal from the public parliament, from the public. Parliament makes a law to try and protect themselves. God wins. Carla, God bless you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So did you catch that? Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you here? Sudani, as you saw in the article, and as we explained, tells the Iraqi citizens, you got anybody that's giving you trouble about what I'm promising you? Turn them into me. Turn them into me, okay? I'll take care of it. Then the parliament says, the jig is up. We better pass some laws. We better get a speaker. I'll tell you what. Let's pass a law that says that if we return all the money, we won't get in trouble. What do you think? Like Sudani's going to sign it. But let's just draft it. Bring it up. Okay? We can pass it. You know, we lie about everything. So does the left over there. I mean, it's their blueprint. We're following it. Okay? Okay? And they try to pass a law that says, well, if we return all the money, we're innocent, okay? If we bring everything we stole back to you, or to the CBI, there's no charges, yeah? If we don't go to prison, yeah? You don't spank me, yeah, okay? And Eddie says, they're trying to they want a scapegoat. We know what they did, and you know what? We're going to turn their asses in. So also, Mr. Frank, Rafadim Bank on television studying a survey to sell government bonds on the electronic platform. Well, first of all, you got it. You never, you're not going to sell bonds at a program, Ray. Who wants a penny stock? Next report. Television economic expert on television here right now, Mr. Frank, on Iraqi One channel. He's saying Iraq is heading to full independence of economy and political. Yeah. Yeah. I say to him, thank you for... yeah. All right. I see it. Thank you for your report, Eddie. And yes, Parliament will continue to try to do evil things. The same thing with the far left here in America. Listen, I want you to take what I gave you yesterday, which I haven't given to you yet. I want you to take what I gave you yesterday about those blank, 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 and present it to Mr. Sammy. I want to see if he has been updated on this, on what I shared with you yesterday. Of course, this is all in my opinion, right? So that's why I want you to ask Mr. Sammy while we sit on the blue couch together. They are about, yeah. And I'm trying to prepare you, so sending and yeah, so he says, nothing yet. I said, okay. Then today, CBI Governor Alak on television saying our foreign reserves at 140% above our current current issued currency. CBI Governor Alak on TV saying our foreign reserves at 140% above our current issued currency. To which I then say to him, you know what? Based on those words, can you just imagine the potential of your new exchange rate? Jeez Louise. And then he gets into some ideas about it and numbers, and I think that's where we stop. So that's the end of that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've had your first part. You've had your advertisement. You now had your second part of our trifurcated study. I wish to give you the last part, but before I do, this is extremely. This is what Aki called in last night to Walking Stick, to which in turn he shares. But may I say to you the following? Well, first of all, how about if I give you a bank story before I say goodbye to you? Because once I read this, I'll say goodbye to you. Would you like a bank story? I've been giving you. Have you noticed that I've been giving you bank stories? Why? Because the banks are singing a different tune now, aren't they? Yeah, in my opinion, a few weeks ago, they were updated. They read the articles now that you read. Remember on Monday? Remember that bank story I gave you? And that one, oh my goodness. It was a great one. Let me see. No. Go away. Boo. Oh, who are you talking to? No, you're saying yes. We need 1,000 for sweet cookies. I agree, Christabella. Yes, please do. Okay, well then with that in mind, let's go ahead and do this because I like it. I like what's going on with banks. I like what's going on with banks. Here we go, family. Please enjoy this one. Let's see. Hit play, Frank. It's a new invention. Hit play.
Appointment. I'm very knowledgeable in the dinar. I know all of it, and I have many clients.
How did that happen? Hold on, family. I gotta restart this all over again. 95. 95. No, 96. There it is.
There we go.
96. Okay.
All right, I just hit record, and here's how I do it. First of all, what state are you from?
Florida.
Florida.
Can you hear okay?
And you went to a bank?
Yes, I went to Chase.
Is this just recently?
Last week.
Last week. Okie dokie. Go right ahead. Florida, Chase. Tell me what happened.
After I got done with some just normal business, I asked the lady that was helping me that I wanted to talk with a wealth manager or a private banker, and she said she knew someone, and she got my name and number, and I said, well, do you have a card? And she says, yes, and I've got another person here. And she insisted on getting my name and number. I didn't say anything about dinar. I just said I had some very large deposits or potential. And so he called me, and I was on a conference call, and so I couldn't talk very long. And I said, I'll call you back or make it. He says, well, come in and make an appointment. I'm very knowledgeable in the dinar. I know all of it. And I have many clients.
Wait a minute. The wealth manager guy, the JP Morgan people, called you back and said they want to have an appointment, and when you told him it was a dinar, he says, I have many customers with dinars, and he's going to help them, and he's going to help you? Is that what he said?
No. He has many wealthy clients. He's given me his experience, with money, because I told him, it was rather maybe large. He says, I'm very knowledgeable in the dinar, and I'll be glad to help you make an appointment, and call me back, and we'll get you all set up.
Thought it was a scam.
That's 99% of what I just said, but I see what you're saying. He did not say that he has a lot of clients. He did not say
many rich clients, that he has experience to handle my account. was his name again.
I see. So he either is assuming or he knows that you're about to become financially capable, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
wonderful.
I flat out asked him because I was in a hurry. I was on a conference call, and I said, I know all about Jamie Dimon, the 10 banks in Iraq, and so forth. He says, yes, I'm very knowledgeable on the dinar, and I'd be glad to help you. I know all about it. And I was, I was had to go, so I couldn't get into it. And I just thought I would just kind of wait till it happens, and then I have a contact. That was my main objective.
You definitely do. You're well established. You got your account at the right bank. This guy already knows what's going on because, in my opinion, sometime early this month, all banks were told. And that's why now, in my opinion, every bank that you go to is now singing a completely different tune because they just realized, oh my goodness, there's a lot of jet clampets out there that are about to come into our banks. We got to take care of them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
and I'm not mad at the banks. They were ignorant, not on purpose. They were ignorant because they don't study the Iraqi dinar. And because they're employees, they did exactly what their boss told them to say. It's a scam. Get out of here. Okay, fine. But I know it's not. And the beauty of it all, my goodness gracious, this man has been well educated, in my opinion, recently. And I would love for you to go back whenever you can. Call him up.
I've been thinking about it because some of the people I've helped get into investments is, they recommended go make an appointment with him. Go see what you can learn.
Listen.
So I might.
No, listen. Here's what I suggest, in my opinion. Make an appointment as soon as you can. And get in there and ask them the procedure of what you're going to go through when it comes time for you to bring your dinars in. For example, let's say you have $1 million dinars. He'll say, I was just going to, and that's the direction that I was going to go in. Let's say, for example, you have 1 million dinars. Shoot, go on in. But let's say you have many. Get your lawyer, get them to talk to this man that just talked to you. You ain't got to do no more. You don't have to do anything more. Make the decisions, but have them call the bank. Tell them what you got. Then they will send a Brinks truck, their representatives. They will come with all the documentation. They'll bring, if they need it, the Delarue, I don't know. They'll do everything to get to you. You do not.
That's one of my questions for him.
And that's why. Get an
Does he have a Delarue machine, and can he verify my currency? Because I'm not letting it out of my sight.
Well, you're a good student, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I'm a scholar in this, believe it. Yeah, I'm a walking encyclopedia.
I'm very proud of you, my friend. This is a very good story because that's all I've been getting. Every time somebody... Hold on, someone's calling. Let me put them to voice. Send them voicemail. Yeah, every time that I have received a bank story in the last 2 weeks, or more, at least 2 weeks, one negative story. Not a single one. And when a pattern changes, it draws my attention. So we started to find, we started to be inquisitive with banks, and when we got the answer we wanted, oh goodness, I decided, I'll tell you what, it's time for me just to say goodbye. And that's why I do less and less on the internet now.
We're looking for around the 15th, or I am, from your information.
Well, I don't have a date. Yeah, I don't have a date. I don't have a rate.
Oh, I know. That's why I said around.
But what I have is a very strong study. A very strong, solid, spot-on study. And if this study, if I smelled any type of deception, if I felt that this was a scam, I would have been long gone, and the last thing I'd be doing is helping people to be scammed.
Yeah, well, we got the HCL. It's off the table. Has to be voted on 3 times. We've got the budget. That can't do anything without the rate. We got the Kurdistan pipeline to Turkey.
Look at you.
And we got a new president as of Thursday. Like I say, I know this backwards and forward.
Yes, you do, my friend. Now, call him tomorrow. Get in there as quickly as you can and get this question done. You don't want any other. You don't have questions about, is it happening? When is it going to happen? What's the rate? No. Your questions are,
What's the procedure?
yes, that is the next step that is so important to me. And that's what everybody that's listening to this call right now should be doing. Make your appointments with the banks that you already have an account established and sit down with them privately, because in my opinion, they're not going to be stupid anymore.
I don't know what interest rate he'll give them the money. I might leave with them. Overnight deposits, 22 days.
Very good.
Overnight deposits.
Will they give you a
fractional
card?
banking 10 times.
Right. Will they give you a card where you will be able to draw your money out? How much can you take out on a daily basis?
Card.
How much can you take out
card
on a daily basis? If it's physical cash, how much advance time do we need? You got a lot of questions, because you are going to have a lot of income that you are going to be very responsible for. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this talk.
All right, see you.
God bless. Bye-bye now.
All right. God bless you.
You too, sir.
Not bad, huh, family? And that's what I've noticed. I was expecting him to say, yeah, they said it's a scam, but no, it didn't turn out that way. Hey, by the way, check this out. Honk, honk. Let's see if I can get it up here. You've probably already seen this, but I asked my teams, can they get me a bag of garbage because I'd like to take it to the White House? Apparently, Trump already beat me to it. Isn't that cool? Look at that. He's collecting garbage.
I was on his way to the rally in Wisconsin.
Oh, that's just too funny. The guy's got a sense of humor. Alrighty, family. Now, let me see how many people are with us. Yeah, we actually lost people. No problem. God knows exactly who I am supposed to talk to. Ladies and gentlemen, I now offer you a seat next to me on my blue couch. For those of you that know what that means, please enjoy. For those of you that don't know what that means, don't let it bother you. The following is strictly in my opinion, because when you stop and think about it, Aki was told to go to his bank and sit there and wait. But I want to go home. We're having Thanksgiving at dinner. You go to the bank and you sit and you wait. You live there. All right. Next thing you know, Aki calls yesterday and he says, I'd like to talk to you guys. And he talked to us. And we said, thank you. And because when you think about it, what is it that's really hot? Those money exchange centers. They're all over the place. And you see them talking about it in the final article threads. Okay. For those of you that were in premium last night, was it last night? Yes, it was last night. Sabrina, thank you so much, Sabrina. Thank you for helping us. Yeah, it was last night. I was minding my own business. Oh, yeah. Walking Stick pinged us in premium. And you all saw it. And you know what to do, and I appreciate it. You stand down. You stop the posting, and you allowed the conversation. So as I was talking to him, one of us was Ghost. I don't know which one, he or I. But when we were talking, he sends me, the report. I looked at it and I thought, holy cow. If that's true, that would be, like when you do a marathon, have you ever run a 26.1 mile race? Why? I don't know, Tink, for the fun of it. But the last 10 feet, man, that's when it feels the best. Marathon runners, you get a euphoric high because you produce L-dopa, epinephrine, adrenaline. You can't help but to get a little high. Gotcha, gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I got your back. Thank you, America. Thank you. God bless you. And oh, what was I saying?
Last 10 minutes.
Yeah. So the last 10 minutes of a marathon, they feel that's when it feels the best. And this information, it just feels so good. I want to share it, but I want to share it like this. In my opinion, these bank centers that you have no idea about, but you're learning slowly but surely, and we've given you our opinion about them. They're all over the place. On Monday, what was it, about 107? One of the articles told us, no, it's hundreds of these exchange centers all over, not just Iraq, all over the world. Yeah? And what I want to share with you is the idea that this monetary reform plan has a policy that is slowly being shown to the Iraqi citizens in what we called the monetary reform education. And the education is so loud, so loud. It doesn't matter if it's Friday; they still talk to them. So loud about what the next steps are. You saw articles today that literally were talking about the next step. Okay. So if I was the CBI, no, forget the CBI. If I was Sudani, because Sudani is the boss. Oh, I almost said it. Because Sudani's in charge. If I was Sudani, you know what I'd do with those bank centers? What I told you before. What I told you before. So, in my opinion, as I sit on this blue couch, I would like to tell you that these centers were established because many Iraqi banks inside of Iraq were operating outside and acting outside of the CBI laws. So, Sudani shut them all down. Last week, we shared with you, in my opinion, that Sudani started to reopen these banks. We saw the article where they were being given licenses. We suggested these money exchange centers were extremely important in the process of the lifting of the 3 zeros. Iraqi citizens, you go to the money exchange centers, turn in your 3-0 notes, and then go to our banks and receive your lower notes. Separate the two so no confusion. Make it easier. Well, that's a good idea. I then would say that if you've already said that to them, look at your notes. Did we not say to you at the beginning of the year that they would be showing them what? What would they be showing them? And where would they be showing them? Remember all that? Okay. So, Sudani shuts down all the banks that were against his monetary reform plan, those that were lying, especially in Parliament. Then he says today, all speculators, you let me know about them, okay? You let me know. I will bust them because we're so close to giving you what we promised you. Sudani, all of a sudden, started to reopen most, if not all, of his banks that he had shut down. Because, why? Because he controls the monetary reform. Pay close attention to every word I am using. Sudani is the boss of the monetary reform, with no interference from Parliament like it always was, with no interference from thievery, profiteering, from political people like it always was. No. Sudani is the boss. You see, there are CBI laws and there are banking laws. But Sudani is the man of the monetary reform. You can do whatever you want with those laws, CBI. But Sudani makes the final decision on the monetary reform process. Board of directors, you follow suit, don't you? Where the hell are you gonna go? There's such a thing as catch-22, but in this case, it is beneficial and symbiotic. Get rid of the evil, bring me security and stability, and I will give you what I promised you. Lift the 3 zeros with a new exchange rate and give you purchasing power. Therefore, there are CPI laws. Thank you, Dr. Tooth Fairy. Thank you. Wow, thank you, Dr. Tooth Fairy. I just saw. There are CPI laws and there are banking laws. But Sudani is the man. He is in control of the monetary reform. He is in control of the auctions. And ladies and gentlemen, the auctions now only belong to the government of Iraq. They'll go through the bank, they'll go through the CBI, but only for the government of Iraq. The citizens need to know everything about the monetary reform steps, not you, investors. But it's no secret. Aki called, and in my opinion, it is a good suggestion from Aki that maybe they are about to open up many hundreds of ATM exchange centers. He calls them ATM exchange centers. We call them currency exchange centers. They are about to open hundreds of ATM exchange centers outside of Iraqi border. Along with these exchange centers in Iraq, Aki owns 90 of these centers. Not him by himself. Aki is part of a conglomerate, his business partners. There's 18 of them. They own 90 of these, I'm going to call them currency exchange centers, that are around the world. Because the exchange centers are under the control of the GOI. They only, forgive me. These exchange centers are under the control of the GOI and CBI. They both control the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. It would behoove them to put now the pictures and the explanations of the lower dinars on the bulletin boards at these currency exchange centers. Aki owns 90 of these exchange centers with his conglomerate. You know why? Because it's all about the money. Because it's all about the money. They don't get involved in politics. They don't care about parliament. They don't care about any delays. It's only about the bottom line. It's only about the bottom line. Bezos, you lost 200 subscribers, or no, what was it, 200? I don't know if they were journalists that he lost. You lost a lot of money, buddy. Millions and millions of dollars because you said that you were not going to support anybody for the presidential race. Hey, Jeff Bozo. What's your name? What's his name? Boaz? Bezo, pardon me. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Hey, Bezo, does it bother you that all of these left wing journalists left your company? And in my opinion, family, I think that Bezo would say, no, it doesn't. You just lost millions and millions. Yeah, but those were far left. You know how many newspapers I was selling, Frank? I think I'm going to replace them with liberal journalists and make a lot of money because that's all I'm here for. I'm not a politician. I don't care who your president is. What I care about is the bottom line. Aki, you sitting there? Yeah. How many of these banks or of these exchange centers your conglomerate has? 18. Or excuse me, there are 18 of us, and we own 90 of them around the world. You're gonna make a lot of money. That's the goal, Frank. We were given the ability to open these centers if we were able to, so we did. I was assigned this bank here in Dearborn. I'm here, okay, fine. I represent the CBI, but I'm doing my own thing too, you know. I got licensed, 90 of them. And you know what? What? In my opinion, Frank, what? If they were smart, what? They would put the pictures now of the lower denums and the explanation. I would put the pictures and the explanation of the lower denums on our bulletin boards at these exchange centers now. Okay. Now, as I say to you that that's all I have to share with you, I want to tell you one more thing. Oh, we just froze, honey. We are frozen. How did that? Oh, I froze myself. I froze myself.
Quit pushing buttons.
I got so many things. I don't know what buttons to push anymore. Dear God. Okay, here's what I want to take you back as I say goodbye to you. You cannot be calling us right now. We're doing a yooby-dooby. Do you remember it was about a month and a half ago? Man, let's just go a month ago. Probably the last week of last month. We had an article that came out on a Friday, and it's in the final article thread. I think it's number 4,505. And it says what? It says, my name is Sudani. Yeah, I'm the Prime Minister. Okay. Just want to remind you that we're in the process of lifting the 3 zeros from our exchange rate to add value to our currency. Yeah, and then we're going to float it, and we're going to have a lower denoms. Yeah, and then today they even went a step further. Stay on the line. Hold on. Oh, they hung up. And then today they went a step further. They told us more. Yeah, they talked about a float, they talked about a basket, all kinds of stuff. So if you go back to about a month ago, you see article number 4,505, and it says we're adding value. Don't pay attention to those other speculators. Well, I got you, citizens, I got you. What happened, and that was on a Friday. What happened the next day? Somebody posted, tell me. What happened the next day? Look, let's just speed it up to help you out. The next day, family, another article came out. From where? Posted. Where did the other, hey, no, it's not hey, Christabella. Where did the other article come from? Thank you, Travis. Somebody's really sharp here. Now, Travis, it came from Herbal. And what was so special about that article? I got it. What was so special about that article? Do you remember? Let's see who he posts. Didn't Iran post the same? Not really. No. They did talk about something happening, but not about lifting the 3 zeros. Josh, Gurley, you're saying they said the same thing. Yeah, yeah, it's exactly right. The same thing that Sudani told the Iraqi citizens, hey, I haven't forgotten you. I'm going to get value. I'm doing it this year. Don't pay attention to those idiots. The next day, Barzani's people in Kurdistan, they come out and they say the same thing, but they added something to it at the end. What did they add to it at the end? Tell me. Let me see. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Norm, holy guacamole, dude! You go get a cookie. Well, I mean, okay, I'll give you a picture of a cookie. Okay, yeah, a picture of half a cookie. Okay. Yeah, very good, Norm Paulson. Norm Paulson. Paulson. There was a comedian by that name, Paulson. Remember? Pat Paulson. Man, he was a very dry comedian. Everybody loved him. Pat Paulson ran for president every 4 years. Remember that? Every 4 years he ran for president. I just remember that. Yeah. So you guys are saying, well, the next day on Saturday, Norm says they said the 20th of November. Wow. Travis says that they gave a date. Marie Holly says they said mid-November. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? So, in my opinion, I think it would be a wise thing to release the pictures in these new currency exchange centers. Yeah, because you have no idea what's going on, do you? You do now, even though it's in my opinion. Did you have a good time tonight? Did you learn a lot? Hey, I want you to learn something else. It's not about the dinar. Let me see if I can get it. Cliff and Tony. Cliff and Tony, I'll be calling you in just a second. It's 727. You know when you go grocery shopping, family? Oh, guys. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold, okay? Oh, they just hung up on me. I'll call you guys. I'll call you guys in a minute. What am I looking for? I lost my train of thought.
The grocery store.
Thank you. Family, you know when you go to a grocery store and you go to the produce, and you reach and you're going to grab your lettuce, you're going to grab your cucumbers, you're going to grab whatever. And when you grab it, your hand gets wet. Spring showers. I mean, they just spray everything, don't they? Oh, isn't that nice? They're keeping the vegetables nice and fresh for us. Isn't that nice? No. Grocery stores, like Dr. Rich told you, only have one purpose. You know what it is? That food is to kill you, to cause you to have a need for medical need, insurance. It's an amazing system. But what I want to do is I want to show you a video. When you go to the grocery store next time and you have that water fall on you, back away. When you take your vegetables home, peel the living daylights out of them. Oh, Eddie just sent more stuff. I'll check it out in a minute. Wash the living daylights out of everything that you buy from the store of produce. Watch this. First, let me turn up the volume. Okay, volume up. And
organic produce, and I noticed a lot of the produce was wet.
There.
Organic produce, and I noticed a lot of the produce was wet. They have the little misters up at the top of the refrigerator case that sprays them down. And you would think it's just water they're spraying on the vegetables, but I looked up right above the produce section and I noticed this bottle that was hooked into the sprayer. And if you zoom in on it, it says Produce Max, made by ChemStar. And it even has a warning sign on it, first aid, warning if it makes contact with your skin. So I don't really know how good this stuff is, how healthy it is, and why are they spraying this on our organic produce?
Yeah, here, I'm sorry. Let me rewind just a little bit when it got to it. So you can see this bottle on the
Sprayed on
shelf.
the vegetables, but I looked up right above the produce section and I noticed this bottle that was hooked into the sprayer. And if you zoom in on it, it says Produce Max, made by Chemstar. And it even has a warning sign on it, first aid, warning if it makes contact with your skin. So I don't really know how good this stuff is, how healthy it is, and why are they spraying this on our organic produce?
Well, because they don't give a squat about you. When it comes to the bottom line, it doesn't matter if you die. So it's your responsibility to take care of yourself and to take care of your children. Billboards with lower note pictures and with explanations about them. If that was true, if it had any possibility, then the moment that that would happen would cause there cannot be a gap between when they show it and when they release it. In my opinion, once they show it, the time frame for them to release it would have to be extremely short. There should be no gap between these two events. Walking Stick said it should be simultaneously. I said, you know something? If I was in Iraq, if I was an Iraqi, after all this torture, if you see them, you want them. If you see them, I want them. If I see them, I want them. And Walking Stick said, yeah. This is another reason. This is the last thing. I better say goodbye. I've got so much to talk to you about. But I promise you, premium, you'll get it. Club 26, you'll get it. Premium gets more than Club 26, but still, you'll get it. You see, in my opinion, what's going on with these bank centers that you have no idea about, this is another reason why they are sending the citizens of Iraq to these centers right now in order to learn how to use these currency exchange centers. Brilliant. I want to thank you for allowing me to be in your presence. I want to thank the people that were generous and helped us financially. Worthy is the name: Rebecca Hill, Maria Miller, Howard Crockett, Carla, God Wins, Sabrina, Gotcha, America, Mr. D, Dr. Tooth Fairy, and Nick and Chanda. God bless you all. Thank you so much for helping us to help others. What do you think? Did you learn a lot tonight? Are you excited? Yeah, well, you should be. You have reason to be excited. I leave you in peace, and I tell you that I will not. Let me see. Let's give them the schedule. Today is Wednesday. The next UB2B family is scheduled for Monday,
Fourth.
the 4th.
Yep.
And then the following day, you will be casting your vote. On Monday, I wore my hat. You know who I'm going to vote for. Your vote is public record. Your vote is not private. Your vote is public record. Anybody can go and look it up. Your neighbor will tell you exactly who you voted for because it's public property. Isn't that crazy? So be careful. Consider and balance everything out. And take your thoughts to God in prayer. I did. And you know what I walked away from when I talked to God? I disagree with the left about abortion. Why? Why does a child have to die for your sexual satisfaction? I mean, it's a simple question. You don't have to go out and get drunk on the weekend and then just keep it closed. Just say no. Because you're willing to kill someone because you wanted to have an orgasm? Interesting. Anyways, I shouldn't have got so far into this, but what I just said is nothing more but the truth and a fact. And if the far left wants to live that way and believe that way, so be it. If anybody believes in something like that, so be it. You know, if God gives you a child in your belly, why would you rip it out? You really thought he made a mistake? Oh, it's going to be deformed. Don't you understand? All children, all creation are a blessing to honor God. How can a mentally retarded child be a blessing? They're precious to me. I love spending a day with a Down syndrome child. Anyways, God bless you all. Take it to God in prayer and see exactly which way you should vote. I guess I'm done. Tink, any last, anything else?
Monday is the 3 p.m. singing and then 6 p.m. YouTube.
Monday, 3 p.m., we do our sing. Oh, Cliff. Hold on. Before we say goodbye, let me get Cliff and Tony because they got some interesting things to tell you here real quick, very, very quick. In 3 minutes, okay? In 3 minutes. Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Go ahead. How's it going this, well, I talked to you on Monday. In 2 days, how's it going?
It's going crazy since Monday. We are slammed, and we're happy to be slammed.
Good.
We've got the board over here is full of orders that we're working on, and we're busy doing one-arm fillers right now, but we're getting it done.
Well, the good news is we doubled down today, and we're getting caught up. So we're on schedule. Everybody who has their orders in, if they came in yesterday, they'll probably be seeing them in next day or two.
Yeah.
And then those that came in today, surely we'll have those to you by the weekend.
It's amazing amazing how everybody I talk to, Cliff and Tony, they tell me that it's just so precious to them. It is so personal to them. I mean, it's like a tattoo. It's permanent. It's theirs. They claim it. It's a song and it's got their name in it, and it just means so much to them. My song, FRANK26, I'm so grateful to you guys. I'm glad that the Lord brought you into my life, because it became our theme song now. But I'm glad that you're helping a lot of people.
We just want to remind the family that our special, for the end of the month until midnight tomorrow night, you can order and get the $50 savings for the song. We've had a lot of people, calling in. I've had about, actually, Frank, I've been on with you since 5:30 today, and I've had 3 orders come in. I had to get off the phone to listen to you to take the orders, but people are calling, and that's fine. And as of 12 o'clock tomorrow night, our system will revert back to the regular price. So if you want to get the special, you still have plenty of time. As long as the order's in before 12 tomorrow night, we will honor that special. And we'll be back on with you on Monday, and we'll talk some more.
There you go. God bless you, my dear friend. I'm so proud of you guys. Love you. And don't forget, get me your new songs on Friday so I can practice them over the weekend, and we'll sing them on Monday's Yubi
That's on our to-do list tomorrow.
God bless, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
Bye-bye. You want a personal song? Have these guys do it for you, man. They're fantastic. And I say goodbye to you by playing the song that they created for me. When they made this song, I talked to them. I says, you guys are music artists? Yeah. Can you write a song for me? Yeah. And when they presented the FRANK26 song, I said, can you do this for others? Yeah. Now, so let me see, it's 50, going towards 60 of you that they have written songs for. God bless you all. Enjoy them. Treasure them. Pass them on to your children, your husband, your wife, whatever it may be. Enjoy them. The Mercedes-Benz car dealership. I can't believe that you had to make a song for your salesman. That's funny. I'd like to hear that song. God bless you all. I will see you on Monday, 3 p.m. and then 6 p.m. And if something major happens, like maybe some pictures, I'll probably come in. But I'm putting everything, like I told you, in Premium and Club 26. You need me for anything? My name is Frank. My phone number is 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. Thank you kindly for allowing me to be in your living room or wherever you're at right now. And now I call out to my little buddy, Logan. Logan, hi. It's Uncle Frank and Aunt Jan. You ready to sing and dance, buddy? You ready? Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Ooh. Hey. I used to be a dinar newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B. With a twinkle in his eyes and God by his side, Frank's teachings reaches far and wide. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, Tank, give this man a cookie. I'll never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Sit up, be patient, and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie. Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraq, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a dinar fix, I tune into Frank at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the dinar beat. Hey, Tink, I need a cookie. Oh, come on, Tink, I deserve some cookies. Whoa. Cookies, cookies. For Frank 26. Come on, Tink, give up the cookies. Come on, Logan! Dance with Uncle Frank! God bless you all. Take care of each other. Pray for each other. Visit each other. Support each other. Be there for everybody. May the glory of God, may the blood of Jesus, may the Holy Spirit dwell upon you and yours and bless you in all that you do, that you would bless others as well. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. 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 Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.